Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's your boy Pup. We are here for the VGC League Week 8. We need a probably 2-0 win to make the playoffs here. 2-1 might be able to get it done depending on what happens with the other teams. If we lose, we're super out, especially after the unfortunate stuff that happened last week. We just started and my game crashed, but we didn't see each other's leads. I don't know exactly what I want to lead in this game. I kind of want to go with something like TAUROS sort of option, and then Typhlosion Ninetales is really solid in the back. The Arcanine is obviously Flash Fire, so just gotta get that. They do have Pachirisu. I had Room Service Malamar. They had Oranguru plus Blood Moon, which I thought was a good option. But they didn't end up bringing that. But I think Tauros Hariyama is just great into them. I guess they could be, if they're Intimidate Arcanine, we do have the clear amulet, so we don't care about that. They had another Pokemon, I can't forget, or I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. But I think we're going to bring Typhlosion in this game. And either Ninetales or Whimsicott. I think Whimsicott, we have Worry Seed, so we can get rid of the Flash Fire on the Arcanine, which is really nice. But if there's some sort of like AV, like super tanky set, then we're not going to be able to take it out that easily. But we're not like a Choice Specs variant, so we can just click Shadow Ball. We can also just Heat Wave, which is nice as well. But we'll bring that in the back. Probably not what they expect, seeing, you know, Ninetales, Typhlosion, and Whimsicott all on this team. They just expect that all-out offense. So I can see an Arcanine lead here, especially. Yeah, Talonflame Arcanine makes a ton of sense to me. We're going to lead two Pokemon that are super weak to this this Talonflame, but we are going to get a nice Intimidate off on both of their Pokemon, which is great. And they are going to be Intimidate as well, so not Flash Fire. So we're going to get the drop. I do like Fake Out a lot into the Talonflame. They can be Covert Cloak. They definitely could be. But we'll figure that out if they are. And then, I mean, we have a nice like Raging Bull into either side. I can Terra Water Raging Bull, which is just gonna hit either side very, very hard. What do I want to do? Is Fake Out even the right play there? Because I could double into this Talonflame slot. But it's very bad if they decide to switch out or protect. But getting that thing out of the way is really nice, so I'm just going to go for it. Okay, we get to see if they're Covert Cloak here. They are not Cloak. That's awesome. Raging Bull is going to come off. And we just straight up knock out Talonflame turn 1. We get a crit. I doubt it mattered. But we might get Flame Bodied here. No. Alright, and they're just going to Flamethrower into my AV Hariyama. It does a good chunk. I don't have Calyx in front of me, but I mean, I can tell you that's 60 damage. There's my Physics Major coming in clutch right there. But great turn 1 for us. I'll take it for sure. Great leads for us. I was a little bit worried about like Tailwind, like Covert Cloak or Terra Ghost potentially. Them getting up Tailwind, but I really like the two that I have in the back now. I'm going to send out Zoroark, so this thing is just very not disguised. I'm just simply going to click Knockoff into it. And we're just going to Raging Bull into this Arcanine. At least chip it down a little bit, I think would be nice. We're just going to play it like very straightforward. I don't think their Zoroark should be able to knock out either of my Pokemon in one hit. We might see a Terra from their side here, but I don't mind it too much. I also could have switched in the the Typhlosion here. Especially on the Hariyama slot. They Hyper Voice. That's a lot of damage on Tauros. We're going to get a nice Raging Bull off. One-shots Arcanine with another crit. Are you kidding me? I mean, Tauros going nutty. Nutty. Okay, and we're going to knock off into this guy. No Colbur. And they're going to live on 1 Choice Specs. I guess that makes sense with all the damage that it ended up doing. And they're going to have Toxicroak in the back. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we are going to click Headlong Rush. And we are just going to click Aqua Jet. Dry Skin doesn't pull it in, I don't think. So they're going to fake out the Hariyama, so they faked out the wrong slot here. Down goes the Zoroark. And we are on track for a nice, easy victory here. Harama's gonna flinch. That's not the end of the world for us. Yeah, we just click Headlong Rush plus Drill Run here. Then we should be totally fine. Drill Run's gonna come off. That's gonna one-shot the Toxicroak. Easy game one for me. A third crit. You know, Tauros, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy from you, Tauros. Wow. You'd love to see it. That's 4 knockouts for Tauros, actually, right? Yeah. Tauros is nuts. Great lead. They're going to have to try something different, and I think what we're going to do different is we're just going to go with Typhlosion. And we're going to go crazy, I think, in the second game. We need a nice big win to push ourselves into the playoffs, hopefully. Yeah, unfortunate. The crit might have mattered on Arcanine. The crit on the other 2 Pokemon, there's no way. Well, okay, on the Toxicroak, it might have mattered. But it didn't matter in terms of that game. But this is what I deserved after last week. Last week was some BS, man. Last week was so bad. Oh, man. Alright, but we're going to bring a lot of stuff different. I think we're going to go Typhlosion, Wims, Ninetales, Tauros. I also could bring like Malamar off the bat instead of Typhlosion and keep it in the back. What do we think about Malamar, Whimsicott? And then we bring probably Tauros, Typhlosion in the back. I kind of like this. I actually really like this. We're going to go for it. The nice thing is if I had Typhlosion, they couldn't fake me out. Whereas now they can potentially try to fake out my Malamar. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, if we do. Good luck, have fun to our opponent. Again, not much luck in the last one, but maybe this one will be a little bit better. I bring out Talonflame plus Toxicroak. Okay, worst case scenario would be them clicking Tailwind and then faking out my Malamar here. But I think what we do is... I mean, I could Terra Rock and Terra Blast here, which would be fun. You know what? Yeah, let's Terra Rock. And then... yeah, let's just Psycho Cut into Toxicroak. We're going to go for it. And Terra Rock was such a fun bring. And we should be able to one-shot them unless they're Focus Sash. And if they're Sash, it's not the biggest deal. Because the next turn, then we just click Tailwind. As long as they're not Tailwinding here. They're going to fake out Whimsicott into our Covert Cloak. Perfect. Awesome. This thing is not Focus Sash, it's dead. Oh my goodness, that is a Zoroark. I was wondering why it was going to go so slow. They're going to get a Hyper Voice off. We live with both Mons. The crit on Whimsicott, I don't really care too much. Toxicroak goes down in 1. That's perfect. That is great for us. Offensive Whims. Going crazy here. And I can easily set up a Tailwind here if I wanted as well. I think Tailwind might be the right play. If they... I mean, they do have Talonflame. So maybe what they do is they bring out Talonflame, they click Tailwind, and they outspeed me with Zoroark. So I could switch straight out into Typhlosion, which would be a good play for me, I think. They're going to send out the Inteleon. That is not what I expected at all. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a Tailwind up here. And what's more important to knock out? I feel like the Zoroark, like if they double down me this turn, I can totally win with my last 2 Pokemon. So we're going to get damage on this Inteleon. Because we should be able to outrun them, I think, after the Tailwind. Yeah, we get a nice superpower off. Does a lot of damage. Obviously not going to knock them out, and we should go double down here. Snipe Shot. Going to take out Whimsicott, and then the Hyper Voice will definitely take out my Malamar. But we just click Eruption, basically. I mean, Eruption is just incredibly good. Does not miss as well. And even if they want to click Aqua Jet versus me, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Malamar's going to go down. I think that's exactly what we want, though, because their last Pokemon's Talonflame. I think this should be okay. No matter what, both their Pokemon should go down, I'm thinking here. We're going to Intimidate. That doesn't really do anything at this point. We're going to see Choice Specs. What's the Inteleon? Scoplens. Okay, they're trying to crit me. But we'll be faster here. We just click Eruption. And I'll Raging Bull into the Zoroark side in case they want to swap. I think swapping here, I mean, it might be all they can do. We're going to pick up another one. Another easy one right there. An Eruption should knock out this Inteleon pretty easily, I would think. Yep. Inteleon's going to go down. And I think we're fine here. The last Pokemon is Talonflame. We know that because the Zoroark was disguised as it. They can really only choose to knock out one of my Pokemon this turn. I think what we do is we just Eruption. I think it'll do enough damage. I mean, I guess they can be Gale Wings. So we're going to Jet just to get damage. And also it'd be nice to get another knockout for Typhlosion. Yeah, they're not even going to... I mean, they can't Gale Wings anymore. So we're just going to knock them out. Easy dubs for us. Only losing 2 Pokemon over the course of 2 games. Great way to bounce back after last week. Hopefully we're going to make the playoffs, but who knows. I think we're 4-4 +1. Somewhere right around there. Maybe +0. I don't really remember. Hopefully we make it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys see me again next week, but who knows. That's about it for me. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys. Peace out.